I recommend that you research any fellowship opportunities that are out there.
That was important for me. That's not important for everybody. So it just depends on what you need. If people want to just do their own thing, finish and be done. But if you want someone that's like really gonna teach you like what they know and take them to their way.
And that was the most inspiring time of my life. And without it, what I had in my life would not have happened. It just catapulted me into a whole different era of being, a whole different era of awareness, tremendous confidence that built up into it, seeing beyond, being able to analyze things much more critically in a very positive way, and it showed me I could do anything I wanted to do.
It was cool. We were making vanadyl acetylacetonate adducts that were different colors. So I was making beautiful colored crystals and doing inorganic synthesis. It was a lot of fun. And I was totally seduced by research. And if I hadn't had that experience, I was totally seduced by research, and I've been doing it for the rest of my life. And if I hadn't had that experience with Arden doing undergraduate research in a way that I never would have been able to do if I had gone to a big university.
And that's why when I come back to Cortland 40 years after I graduate, 45 years after I graduate, I see the same Cortland, which is the greatest gift I can have, is that it's the same place. You know, the quality of the teaching is exceptional. Instead of Dr. Berger and I being independent research back then, now it's all these guys can do independent research. Any student who wants to do it, there's a faculty member ready to do it with them. And but the students are doing their projects. With Dr. Berger, we were doing our projects. So it's, you know, it's in that same tradition of everything's for the student's benefit. And you get students to really excel, take on things they would never have taken on, and become accomplished beyond anything they really thought they could do.
As I said when I was downstairs, I went to college and declared chemistry major because I thought with a degree in chemistry I could get a job, period. And to think that, you know, now I have this highfalutin, you know, professor title and have published dozens and dozens of papers, it was completely unthinkable. And so that's my interest.
So I want to go into the research side of neuropsychology and concerning traumatic brain injury. So people definitely say like getting into your niche, like you specialize so far that you can only like use a certain job. But I also think that like I chose that because you have to be passionate about what you do, and I would say like passion and persistence, like you need that to do research because this is your life. And I just think that showing like the passion that he had for that and how it has just like kept him going this whole time made me focus on my goals, because I definitely, as I was like thinking what do I want to do, what do I want to apply to grad school in, I had to think what is the rest of my life going to be on, and am I going to want to wake up every day and go to work and do this, and it's not even going to be a job if it's something that you love. So, and I think that is something that's come across in everyone that's talked, is they're so in love with what they do that it's not even a job to them, it's just like they get so much happiness out of just helping people in general, or just making these advancements, because it's not for themselves. There's probably the people in this building today are the most unselfish people because they're doing everything that they're doing for other people.
Definitely med school is kind of the end goal, and I think that's pretty common for a lot of people who came here, and I think coming here gave me actually more incentive to go the more I was hearing about it. And a lot of things the alumni were saying were clicking with me as well, where I'm like, wow, I feel a similar way, and it's like nice to hear someone else who came from Cortland like have that same like thought process or drive, especially with someone who's already done it.
And that's what makes Cortland such an incredible place. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how does this compare to other places? And my immediate answer, without even thinking, was it doesn't. There is no other place like this. And so I've said many a time, and I've used this very correctly, and I don't like the fact that it's true, but it is true. I have excelled everywhere I've ever been. Cortland is the only place I excelled because I was here. Every place I have excelled was in spite of the fact I was there. It's a whole different ballgame.
But the research and like the academics is what made me fall in love, and realizing how small of a school that it is. And someone also told me that when you're at Cortland, like when I go to apply to grad schools, they're gonna look at this application and say, oh my goodness, look at all the stuff that you did that no one else has, because it's such a small school. You're not gonna get that, like if you were at Binghamton, a huge research institution, you're not gonna get that one-on-one experience. You're not gonna be able to like write these huge proposals because postdocs are doing that, or like graduate students. So that is just what really attracts me to Cortland. And
But people say that this doesn't happen without me, and that's not really true. This doesn't happen without them. I'm only doing this because these people are worth it. I don't give to my own any place else I've been, because they don't deserve the attention I'm giving, because here it's going to really have a huge impact on people, and these people deserve it. So it's a thrill to me to be able to give these people these kind of things. And that's why it's not just a check, it's literally an event, a scholarship that has meaning to it.